So here are my new perfumes. Let me get these perfumes out of the box and talk about them a little bit more. Hi ladies and gentlemen, this is Allison on my channel, Oh So Sensitive. And first I want to start off by saying that I've noticed a lot of people call their subscribers by nicknames. I usually think that's kind of lame, but I've decided to start greeting you all as my Oh So Sensitive ladies and gentlemen. So hi Oh So Sensitive ladies and gentlemen, Allison here, and today I am doing a perfume haul. These are not perfumes that I purchased in one outing. They're just perfumes that have been purchased since the last time I talked about perfumes on my channel. So probably I'll purchase between, honestly, October and now, but I'm just now showing them to you. Some of these were purchased more recently, obviously, but let's get into it. Okay, I'll start with my most recent purchase. It was a very surprising purchase because I have heard of this perfume, but in no way had I ever thought I have to get that perfume. But I got it because it was such a good deal. So this is Euphoria Blossom by Calvin Klein. I think I have smelled Euphoria before and I didn't like it, so I just had no desire to smell anything else from that line. I smelled the pillar, didn't like it, wasn't interested in the flankers. But I was in Ross the other day, and this perfume, this 1 ounce perfume by Calvin Klein, was on sale for $10. It had previously been priced at Ross for about $25, and I think at $25 I still probably would have looked past it, just because when I'm at Ross, $25 isn't the best deal you can find. Like $25 at dealers, I would be like, oh my goodness, I have to get that. $25 at Ross, price-wise, I'm just like, I can get lower. But they did another price reduction. I'm tempted to go back and just get everything there that was on sale. But this is on sale for $9.99, so I blind bought it, didn't even care what it smelled like, just assumed it would at least be worth $10. But I'm so glad I bought it because it's so fresh. So now I have a perfume on my radar for my spring perfume once spring hits, because I've been thinking about spring and I've been like, what am I going to wear in spring? Am I going to buy new things for spring, or am I going to just shop my collection? Now I'll definitely be shopping my collection because I have this. And again, this is Euphoria Blossom by Calvin Klein, and it's just a very fresh, warm, soft smell. Like, it's still slightly warm, but it's mostly just fresh and sparkly. I'll say sparkly. My next most recent purchase was a surprise for me. I'll quickly tell you, it's Prada Candy. I have known about Prada Candy for a while. It was one of the first perfumes I tested at the department store. I hope you can hear me over my neighbor's loud music. But it smelled really good and I really enjoyed it, really wanted it. But when I tested it on my skin, it didn't seem to last that long. But I was at Sephora and I saw the 0.68 ounce for $30, I think. And I was just kind of like, that's kind of a good deal. Not like the same deal I would get if I saw this at Ross or TJ Maxx or Marshalls. I'm sure it would be much cheaper there. But I just feel like I'm able to have Prada Candy without having to spend $60 or $70. And because it doesn't last that long on me, this will probably be my go-to outing perfume. Like if I'm just going out for the day to do some shopping and hanging out and I'll only be out for a few hours, then I'll wear this, just because I honestly have to do so many sprays of this just to make it last about 4 hours. And after 4 hours, it's gone. Like, it's not kind of gone, it's gone. So this isn't something that I would wear to church or to an event where I'm out for the whole day. But it smells lovely, it smells nice. It's good for when I'm out for a few hours and I just want to smell good. It's also good for days when I want to change perfume. So say in the morning I want to smell one way, but I know that I'm going somewhere else at night. I can easily switch perfumes because by the time nighttime comes, this is going. And if you don't know anything about Prada Candy, which would be surprising, but if you don't know anything about Prada Candy, I'll just quickly tell you it is a sweet, musky, basic perfume. Basic in the sense that it's just not that many fragrance notes in here, but not basic in the sense that it smells basic, but it kind of almost does, because this perfume is so popular. If you smell this perfume, you're going to feel like you smelled it before 9 times out of 10, because it's a very popular perfume. My next perfume is such a, yes, polarizing perfume. I have two of the same brand, and this brand is confusing because all of their bottles are the same. So it's kind of hard to differentiate once you take the bottle out of the box. You're like, wait, is this the right one? But it's little bitty differences that you have to pick up on. But this is Vince Camuto, and this is his signature perfume. I first smelled this perfume in the body spray. I was in Ross Dress for Less, and I saw the body spray and I smelled it, and I was like, oh, that smells really good. So I went looking for the matching eau de parfum, and I picked up the wrong thing the first time. The first time I picked up this because the body spray, it was just a white bottle with a red flower. So I thought, okay, whatever has the red flower must be the matching perfume. It is not. So that was the one I bought first. I bought Vince Camuto Amore, thinking it was the same as the Vince Camuto signature perfume. So when I got home, took all the wrapping off and got it out the box, I was really unpleasantly surprised because this smells nothing like Vince Camuto signature. But once I took a step back, got over the fact that I had picked up the wrong perfume, I smelled it again, and this is definitely a summer perfume. It's very light, flowery, floral, fresh, but not fresh the way that the Euphoria Blossom is. The Euphoria Blossom smells sparkly fresh. It has a fizzy smell. This has no fizziness at all. It's just all fruits and flowers. It's so light that it's almost, well, it's hard to smell it. In my opinion, it's a perfume where someone has to be close to you to smell it. So for that reason, this is definitely a summer or spring perfume for me. No, it's a spring perfume, not a summer perfume. This is a spring perfume, and it's on my going out and chilling days. I feel like this is the day where I wear it with a maxi dress or a sundress, and it won't be my going shopping perfume. It'll probably be my going to a picnic, going to a barbecue perfume. But later on, I saw Vince Camuto signature perfume. Here it is again. And I was excited and I purchased it. What's crazy is when I sprayed the perfume on my skin, it smelled a little bit differently than the body spray did. The body spray smelled very, almost flower bomb. Like the body spray reminded me of flower bomb, which I've only smelled in the store. I don't own it. But this, when I sprayed it on my skin, smelled almost like cigarette smoke mixed with flowers and fruit. It's weird, and if it sounds unpleasant, honestly, to some people it will be. I feel like this perfume is going to be a polarizing perfume. It's almost on the level of a niche perfume to me, in that niche perfumes, okay, I'm back, whose ever car that was, they fixed the situation. But niche perfumes can be kind of like, you have to be into perfume to like the way it smells. Your everyday perfume user wouldn't like it. Like someone who loves to shop at dealers and Sephora and Belk, there's a chance that they won't like niche perfumes. I feel like even though Vince Camuto's signature is a department store perfume or a mainstream perfume, this isn't an easy buy. This isn't one where you can just buy it and know almost anybody will love it or at least not hate it. There's a chance that people will hate this one because of that cigarette smell, almost that smoky smell. So the smokiness can either come off as cigarette smoke for some people, or for other people it can come off as incense smoke. It definitely has rum in here, so I think that's the other reason this can be off-putting to some people, because some people find the smell of alcohol to be enticing, like anything that reminds them of an alcoholic beverage they'll like, but other people are immediately kind of turned off and get a little queasy. So I've already shown you Vince Camuto Amore, and explained it to you, but there's the bottle again. The last thing I have to say about these bottles is that I hate the bottles. This style of bottle to me is so kitschy and tacky, but it's not the tackiest one that I have here on the table. So let's move on to the next one that is kind of tacky. It's a little bit tackier. This is Love Notes by Tracy. It's this frosted glass, this kind of metal looking cap, oddly shaped bottle situation. This is actually the type of tackiness that I like. It reminds me of the 80s, and I'm an 80s baby, so I don't mind things that remind me of the tacky 80s. The thing with this perfume is that I smelled it before I purchased it. I smelled a small bottle of it when I got a miniature set. I got a little collection of miniatures by Tracy, and one of them was Love Notes, but I bought it to gift it to someone. So I gave Love Notes, the miniature bottle, to someone, but when I had tested it before I gave it to them, I was like, oh, that smells really good. I wish I had my own full bottle. So when I saw the full bottle at Ross, I was like, yes, and I bought it. But when I sprayed it on, it wasn't the same feeling. For some reason, I don't know if it's a bad batch, but when I spray this on myself, I smell nothing. I smell nothing. I'll go ahead and spray some. Right now, I can kind of smell it, but when I say I smell nothing, I mean that after it dries down and like an hour passes, it's like I sprayed nothing on myself at all. But when I first spray it, it has like a sweet, fruity patchouli smell. So you're easily liked perfume in a sense, because fruity patchoulis are really popular right now. So in that sense, this could be an easy buy, but it would be a hard buy in the sense that some people will probably definitely hate the bottle. So I'm hoping that the second time I wear this, maybe I'll do way more sprays and the scent will last longer, and then I like it. If I'm able to get the scent to last, then what I like about this is that even though it has a fruity patchouli smell, it's not a sillage bomb. It's not like as soon as you walk in the room, you take over with your perfume, which sometimes I'm not always in the mood to take over the whole room with my perfume. So I like that this one is fruity patchouli, because I kind of like fruity patchoulis, but it's not choking and cloying. Kind of like it now. The next Tracy perfume I have is Tracy Bronze. I also smelled this one in the little miniature set that I got, and I gave it, no, I didn't give it away. I kept it. So I already have the miniature version, and I wore it a few times, and I loved it because it reminded me of the style of perfumes I would expect from Sylvaine DeLaCourte. There's been a lot of videos on YouTube with people either receiving Sylvaine DeLaCourte bottles of perfume for free, or just trying them out through the Musk Collection Discovery Kit or the Vanilla Collection Discovery Kit. I actually bought both collections, and I did a video on the Musk Collection. But when I smelled her perfumes, I was like, I actually really like this, even though it's different from anything else I own, and I want a bottle of a Sylvaine DeLaCourte one day. I still want Lily Lang. But when I smelled my miniature version of Tracy Bronze, I was like, oh my goodness, this smells a lot like something that would be by Sylvaine DeLaCourte. It's very soapy and soft, but it lasts a long time. It stays close to the skin. It's very snuggly. This is the perfume that I think I would wear if I had babies. I feel like this is the type of scent that babies would love to smell if you were holding them, or the type of smell that you would expect if you were sniffing a baby's neck. Like if you were holding a baby and you were just kind of hugging and smelling the baby. I feel like this is what a baby would smell like. Not because babies naturally smell like powder, they just end up smelling like powder because we put powder on them all the time. So basically what I'm saying is that this has a soapy, powdery, soft, snuggly smell. And I love it, and I'm excited to wear it, especially in the spring and summer. Okay, the next perfume I have, even though the bottle looks really dark and it looks like it should be a winter perfume, on its own, this is gonna be a spring and summer perfume for me. This is Love by Sofia Vergara. Love the gradient color of the bottle. It has a plum purple tone to it. Purple is my favorite color. So I had already purchased the Sofia Vergara signature perfume and I loved it, and then I tried out the Love version. I tried out Sofia Vergara Love in the body mist, and I loved the body mist, and I was like, once I see the perfume, I'm snatching it on sight, no hesitation, no thoughts. And then there was a moment where it was like, this one was hard to find. Like, I kept seeing the signature version of Sofia Vergara over and over and over in Ross, but I was not finding the Love version. When I finally saw Love in Ross for $20, I snatched it up without a thought. This reminds me of a black opium perfume. It gives me the sense that this would be kind of like the Eau de Toilette version of black opium, or probably the Floral Bomb version of black opium, because it has coffee blossom in here. It doesn't have a coffee note, it has coffee blossom. So the flowers that grow on coffee, the flowers that coffee beans come from, basically. So the coffee note in here isn't like that strong cloying smell that you get from black opium. Black opium can be almost thick and cloying. You have to be careful with spraying it. Like, you don't, for some people you can't overspray it because it's just too much. So if you like that black opium smell, but you want it to be a little softer, then you'll probably like Love by Sofia. My only problem with this is that it doesn't last long, but honestly, almost every coffee scent I have tried doesn't last long. I'm thinking the coffee fragrance oil, they just ain't here for staying around. Like, you smell it and then it's gone. You know what, I lied. There is one coffee perfume that I smelled and it lasted all day. I tested it out at Sephora, and that was Cafe Tuberosa by Atelier, but the problem is I hated it. So when I finally encountered a coffee perfume that lasted a long time, it was one that I was like, I hated it, and I was mad that it stayed on me all day. It stayed on me all day, and it was so strong. I only put one spray on my hand at Sephora. Hated it. Went home to a friend's house, and as soon as I walked in, she was like, what are you wearing? She smelled it as soon as I walked in the house. And every room I went into, when I left that room, from that one spray of Cafe Tuberosa, every room smelled like that perfume. So you may like that. That may be a perfume for you to check out. If you're looking for a coffee perfume that lasts a long time and has crazy sillage, go test out Cafe Tuberosa by Atelier. But even though this doesn't last long, when I layer it with the Sofia perfume, the effect together is so amazing. I have worn these two perfumes together so much. I've worn them together so much. Like, this is almost my signature scent for winter. I even love the way this smells on its own. This is the Sofia Vergara signature perfume. This to me is on the same level as a Lancôme or a Coco Mademoiselle by Chanel perfume as far as the sillage and the lasting power. This lasts all day. It smells kind of far, like people can smell it from a distance. It almost takes over the room when you walk in, depending on how many sprays you do. And it's amazing because this, I'm able to usually find it for $20. I think the suggested retail price is $60. But if you're like me and you like to hit up Ross Dress for Less, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, you can find this for $20. And if you don't like to go out, you like to buy perfumes online, you can find it on fragrancenet.com for about 20 something dollars. I think they have the gift set for $24. So you get the perfume and the body gel, and the shower gel and the lotion. So my basic point is, you can find this perfume for $20 to $25, and it gives you the same lasting power and sillage as a Chanel or Lancôme perfume. That's an amazing deal and an amazing performance to get out of a celebrity perfume. So props to Sofia Vergara. I already loved her on Modern Family, and now I love her perfumes, or at least the ones I have. So again, this is Love, and this is Sofia. The Sofia one has blackcurrant and patchouli in it, as one of the notes, or two of the notes that I remember off the top of my head. So that's probably the other reason I love it so much, because I love I love patchouli and blackcurrant. The last perfume I want to talk about is Sunflowers Sunlight Kiss by Elizabeth Arden. This perfume was a last minute, unmeditated purchase. If you can't tell, I just moved into this apartment. I'm assuming you can hear the echo. But basically, I had just packed up everything from my last place. I had stayed with a friend for a while because I wasn't quite sure about where I wanted to move exactly. But when I finally found a place, I got my key and I spent the night here. And then I realized I had left all my boxes of perfume at my friend's house. And I was like, there's no way I'm getting up in the morning, taking a shower, and going out for the day without perfume. So I was like, I'm going to Ross and I'll just get whatever is there for $9.99. Like, no big deal, I don't have to overthink it. I got tempted because I saw Juicy Couture there for $18. And I was like, no, Allison, you came here for a $10 perfume, stick to the budget. So that's what I did. I got Sunflowers Kiss, and nothing spectacular about this perfume. It does last quite a while, but it's a very soft, light summer perfume. I wore it 2 days in a row. It didn't make me feel special. It was just more like, at least I have perfume on. So I'll keep it. I'll keep it around for my light days when I'm going out and I want to put on perfume, but I kind of really don't care. I'll put this on, which basically means I won't wear this that often, because most days I really do care. So I think that's it for my perfumes. But thank you so much for watching, and I'm excited to be in my new place. And eventually I'll get some furniture in here and my background will look much better. Bye.